So we pick up where we left off from last week with Nene and Portia in San Francisco when they went back and forth about whether Nene said that she wanted her fired or whether she didn't say she wanted Portia to be fired. That's what we were going back and forth about. So as we're going in about that, in the midst of that argument, Nene decides that she wants to take up for Candy and say how Portia deserves some discipline for what she did to Candy as far as the whole Phaedra thing about going around telling everybody that Candy was trying to drug her, Candy was trying to take her back to a sex dungeon, you know, Candy was trying to rape her and all of that bullshit. And so Portia feel like, okay, so now you trying to defend Candy and you want to fight her battle. And you know, Nene's whole argument is, Candy was there for you just like I was there for you, and you did her, you know, a certain kind of way. Here's my whole thing about that. Nene, I don't like Portia. I don't fuck with Portia. And I'm all for anybody that want to drag that bitch, to be quite honest. Because she put me completely out with her last season. Completely out with her ass. I already wasn't digging her like that season 8. But last season put me out with Portia. I will say that I don't think that Portia is a good friend to nobody, to be quite honest. I really don't. However, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, Nene, you really doing way too much for a situation that ain't got nothing to do with you. Why are you fighting for Candy? It's clear to me that you're way more upset about it than Candy is upset about it. At the end of the day, Candy ain't fucking with Portia, and that's just what it is. You ain't fucking with Portia for your own damn reason. And honestly, I do get what you're saying. Portia is a bad friend. She don't really fuck with nobody that really be fucking with her. And you've been saying that from the beginning. This ain't like this some new shit that's been said out of the blue. You've been saying that about Portia. You've been saying that, you know, she ain't really a true friend. She ain't really a good friend. Because you said that season 6 and you had her ass crying. So it ain't like you ain't been saying this for a long time now. But you doing way too much at this point. You doing way too motherfucking much, okay? You barking at her about a situation that really ain't got nothing to do with you. You barking at her about a situation that at the end of the day you did imply that you wanted her to be fired. You implied that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to say the words fire. You didn't have to say fire. You implied it. So by you implying it, you said it. Point blank. Point blank the fuck period. So it is what it is. Just own up to the fact that you felt like she should have been off the show due to the fact that Phaedra was off the show, and just leave it at that. Just say that shit. You know what I mean? Just say that shit. Cause that's really where the truth lies at. That's where the truth lies at the end of the day. So it is what it is. You said that, you implied that, and that's just what it is. So, she, you know, Nene, Cynthia, Marlo, and Kenya, and Candy, they take Nene away. And that only leaves Sheree and Portia. And Portia walks away and she cries and she turns on the waterworks and all of that shit. So I felt like in that particular moment, she crying and shit, but she act like at the same time, even though Nene is way out of line and way out of pocket for the way that she's going about the situation, I do feel like Portia always want to play the victim all the time. Like she don't have a hand in what the fuck is going on with her and some of these girls. She's wronged a lot of them. And some of them wronged her. You know what I'm saying? Kenya wronged her. In a sense, Cynthia wronged her ass too. You know what I'm saying? But she did her thing as well. And now she want to say that everybody bullying her at this fucking point. Ain't nobody really bullying you, bitch, to me. Ain't nobody bullying you. You only getting back what the fuck you put out there. Now, you walking around here acting like you a wounded ass puppy dog at this point. But if Phaedra was still on there, your whole partner in crime to try to scandalize somebody's name, you wouldn't be out here crying like you a wounded ass puppy. At this point in time, you ain't really got no real person to have your damn back, and that's why you feel some type of way. But Nene is doing way too much. She really is. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you going off about this whole Candy thing for? When y'all ain't even been friends. Y'all only been friends for 2 damn minutes and y'all already trying to ride for a girl. Bye. Then they get on the Charlie, and they ask Kenya about the whole video thing with her grandmother. And, you know, Kenya started crying about her grandmother and everything like that. She started shedding her tears and all of that. And like I said in the last video, I do get where she coming from, because like I said, my mother was raised by my great-grandmother, which is her grandmother. That was the only mother she knew from 6 weeks old up until, you know, my grandmother wasn't in my mom's life. So that's not, you know, you know, she don't have that mother-daughter relationship with her. Just like I don't have that grandson-grandmother relationship with her myself, because she wasn't in my life like that. So that's what it is. So with her bringing the emotion and her talking about how she feels about her grandmother's death, that's when Portia starts feeling a little bit weepy on the inside, because she recently had lost her uncle, and she really wanted to be there for Kenya, but because of all the pettiness and all the strife and all the drama, she can't even be there for her, because they're all being childish and petty at this point. And although I can't stand Portia, it is kind of fucked up how they are so childish and petty to the point where they can't even be there for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not I fuck with somebody, I be there for them. You know what I mean? Like, when it was this dude that I used to be very, very close friends with in high school. You know what I'm saying? When his cousin had passed away, I reached out to him. Although I don't fuck with him, I never be friends with him ever in life. I reached out to him, gave him my condolences, attended the funeral and everything, shook his hand and kept it moving. We still don't fuck with each other like that. That's still not my friend. But because we did have a friendship, I still reached out to him. That's just the type of nigga I am. I don't give a damn how long it's been. Just like, okay, there's a childhood friend and classmate that I used to be very tight with, like very tight with in high school. We're not necessarily the best of friends now, but because out of the respect for that particular relationship that we did have as kids, and you know, his daddy used to take me home from school when we got out of school early and everything in high school. Like, you know, I knew this man, so I reached out to him. And, you know, I texted him and we talked, and I told him, although we're not as close as we once was, we go all the way back. So I'm going to always have your back. And whenever something go down, I'm going to always be there for you. That's just the type of person I am. I don't care how long it's been, I'm going to reach out to you. Just out of the respect for the friendship. Everybody ain't like that, and everybody ain't built like me, but that's just what it is. And it just goes back to Cynthia consoling Portia. And, you know, we can talk about Cynthia. We can call her an ass kisser. We can call her a brown nose. We can call her anything in a motherfucking book. At the end of the day, when somebody is going through, she gonna be there for them, whether she fuck with them or not. And I know she don't really fuck with Portia like that, but she was still down there with her, still trying to talk to her about the situation between her, Nene, and Candy, and how she can find a way to resolve it and all of that type of stuff. So it's good to have Cynthia on the show, because you kind of need that balance. At the same time, I know I always say Cynthia need to go. Cynthia need to go. I can't stand Cynthia. But instances like this make me feel like, okay, we need a party such as Cynthia that do things like that. Because everybody ain't mature to do that. So, Nene, Kenya, and Candy, they are out in San Francisco doing their thing, and that's when Candy was like, well, why were you shocked when Sheree said that she was dating this dude named Tyrone? And Nene was like, well, I knew him before she did, and he's a fraud, and he's the same person that came between me and her years ago when they was in their winery arguing, and that's the same Tyrone that they called to verify whatever lies that was being told. So she feel like he's a con artist, and Candy was like, well, I hope he don't come out of Chateau Sheree. So next thing you know, there's this fake wedding that they want to throw for Kenya. And they, you know, just because they wasn't a part of her wedding, they want to throw her wedding just so they can be a part of it. A little childish, a little stupid, and I don't understand why they so fucking pressed about her damn marriage in the first place. But okay, let's see how it goes. And Candy dumb ass really believed that Mark was really gonna be there. Girl, if they ain't met the damn man, how the fuck he gonna be there? How the fuck is he gonna be there and they don't even know him? You don't even know his ass, bitch. So how the fuck you gonna believe that he there? Don't be that stupid. Now, you're being as dumb as Portia is. Now, you know damn well that man wasn't going to be there. You really believed in your heart of hearts that he was going to be there. Candy, done, girl. So, they have the wedding, and Kenya walked through, and she just went along with the flow just because it was stupid as hell. And the shit was stupid as hell. You know what I'm saying? Very motherfucking stupid. At the end of the day, very stupid. So, you know, it was it. And then as they were having a fake wedding, Portia walks up to Candy and says that she wants to apologize for however she made her feel and how she wants to get past everything. And Candy said, well, you know, at the end of the day, I just want us to all be in the same area where we can all enjoy ourselves or whatever. Pretty clear that Candy wasn't hearing what Portia was saying at that moment. And I see, again, a lot of people on Twitter talking about how Candy is bitter like Mama Joyce and Candy is evil like Mama Joyce. But let her bitch say that you tried to drug them and rape them on national TV, and this bitch was once your best friend. Let's see how you do that shit then, because everybody loves to paint Portia out to be the victim. And I feel like if she wasn't attractive as she is, y'all would not be going up for her ass like that. Y'all would not be letting her just go by with the shit that she does. Because Kenya, y'all don't let her make it with shit. Y'all don't let her make it with shit. Because her skin rough, y'all want to go in on her for every motherfucking thing she do. But Portia is always right about everything. And everybody always wrong Portia. Candy did not do anything to Portia for her to do what the fuck she did. At the end of the day, Candy was always looking out for Portia. And what the fuck did Portia do? Show her her ass to fucking kiss. And she chose Phaedra over Candy the same way she chose Phaedra over fucking Shamia. A bitch that she knew long before she knew any of these motherfucking bitches. So, miss me with the Portia victimizing. Because I ain't for that shit. At the end of the day, yeah, she apologized. But at the same point in time, that type of shit takes a person a while to forgive. Just because she apologized and just because y'all think she needs to get over it don't mean she has to get over it quick, fast, in a fucking hurry like that. That's just my personal opinion. That's all I'm saying. So, get to the train ride. And I guess Portia went to the motherfucking bathroom. So when she came back, the only table that was left was her, Kenya, and Candy. So she was trying to make small talk because it was an awkward ass train ride for her sitting at the table with them. So they all seem to just try to, you know, get along or try to be cordial for the sake of the train ride because they was going to be on the train for a while. So when Candy said something about somebody being chunky, girl, you are a can of Campbell soup away from being chunky your damn self. You really don't need to be speaking on nobody's weight. Now, I'm on your side and I love you to death, Candy, but girl, shut what they call the fuck up, okay? You can't come for nobody damn weight when you've been up and down since season 3. Girl, stop trying to come for somebody. Stop trying to talk about, just like you said, Nene didn't have no right to come for your motherfucking way to season 6 reunion. You ain't got no right to be talking about Portia and her chunkiness. Bitch, you're just as chunky as she is. You can use a Diet Coke yourself. Don't do that. Don't even do that. So, they're all trying to talk, and even with Kenya and Portia, they was sitting there getting along, having a conversation. And honestly, it just shows me that if they really took out the time to really get to know each other, they would be good friends. They're both pretty women. You know what I'm saying? They both, I mean, they have a lot of things in common, obviously, because, you know, Portia changed her whole persona for a man. And Kenya is now doing the same thing for Mark. And Portia understands that. And she was even giving her pointers and shit. Like, if y'all could really get past the pettiness, y'all could really be friends. So, in the midst of it, you know what I'm saying? Kenya winds up leaving so she can attend her grandmother's funeral and all of that shit. So, after she's gone, they all have dinner. The rest of the girls have dinner. And Candy was like, you know, me and Ty was in New York. And when we drove past the Mark Daly's restaurant, and Todd tried to get me to go in, but I said no, I'm not going in, so Kenya can kill me. So that becomes a conversation about why she's hiding her husband and why she don't want her husband to be around. And Cynthia said at the end of the day, Kenya's happy, let her be happy. But Marlo keep bringing in the fact, if that was my friend and I wasn't invited to her wedding, I feel some kind of way. I mean, stop poking the motherfucking bear. At the end of the day, stop talking about that girl. At the end of the day, and y'all can come for me all the fuck y'all want to about what the fuck Kenya did in the past. She was wrong for what she did in the motherfucking past, and that's it. This just might be her karma for what the fuck she said about everybody else's marriage, but at the end of the day, it's still nobody's fucking business. I don't give a fuck if it's Kenya, Candy, Cynthia, or anybody else. Whoever speaks on somebody else's relationship, I'm gonna drag them for it, regardless of who the fuck it is. Like I said, this might be Kenya's karma for always speaking on somebody else's marriage, the same way she did Phaedra, the same way she did Natalie and everybody else, Portia, everybody else. But I don't like it when people speak on other folks' relationship and they don't know what the fuck going on. It's bullshit to me. Marlo, you ain't got no man. You an escort. You will never have a fucking husband. So shut the fuck up. And Cynthia did the right thing by getting up and walking away. That's your friend. Why would you let somebody dog your friend out? At the end of the day, she loyal. And that's just what it is. And Nene always got something to say talking about she'll jump a kid, say hi. Bitch, you just mad because she not kissing your ass no more. And that's just really what it is. So with that being said, y'all, this is my review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And all my social media is at the bottom. See y'all next time for Love and Hip Hop. I'm out of here. Peace.